Hi dear students, hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to start with a new chapter of grade 10th, that is chapter 9, some applications to trigonometry. It's a very easy and interesting chapter as well. In chapter 8, we have already discussed the purpose of learning trigonometry, isn't it? Trigonometry helps us to find the height of a tree or a tower or a bridge, or to find the width of a river, or to find the distance a ship has to travel to reach its destination, isn't it? There are so many various purposes behind learning trigonometry. So, as an introduction to this chapter, some applications to trigonometry, it is compulsory to know 4 basic, very important terms. Okay, so for that I'll give you an example. Consider a boy standing at a distance from a tree. The boy is looking at a bird, let it be a parrot on the top of a tree. We can draw a line from the eye of the boy, isn't it? A line we can draw towards the bird. Okay, consider a boy standing at a distance from a tree where the boy is looking to a bird on the top of the tree. So the line drawn from the eye of the boy to the bird. Here the boy is the observer. Okay, so the line drawn from the eye of the observer to the bird. This line is called the line of sight. Okay, line of sight is what? The line drawn from the eye of the observer towards the object. Here the object is bird. The object is on the top of the tree. Now, if you're drawing a line parallel to this is the ground, okay? So, if you're drawing a line parallel to the ground, to the tree, parallel to the earth's surface, this line is called a horizontal line. Horizontal line. Line of sight. What is line of sight? A line drawn from the eye of the observer to the object. The line drawn from the eye of the observer to the object is called a line of sight, isn't it? And the line drawn parallel to the ground, parallel to the earth's surface, is called a horizontal line, isn't it? Horizontal line. Keep in mind, so that we will get a right angle triangle. Okay, we have already discussed in chapter 8 when we learned the chapter introduction to trigonometry that trigonometry is applied in a right angle triangle, isn't it? So here we get a right angle triangle. Okay, now the next 2 terms. Now we have already understood 2 terms, line of sight and a horizontal line, isn't it? Now next term is angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. What do we mean by angle of elevation? So for that, angle of elevation is the angle formed between, for that I'll take the same example, a boy is looking towards an object which is kept on the top of a tower. Let this be a tower. On the top of a tower, something, let it be a bird. Okay, a line is drawn. This line drawn from the eye of the observer to the object is called a line of sight, and here is the horizontal line, isn't it? So the angle formed between the line of sight and the horizontal line, this angle is called the angle of elevation if the object is on the top of the horizontal line. Okay, here the horizontal, this is a horizontal line, isn't it? So the object is above the horizontal line. So we can say that the angle formed between the line of sight and horizontal line is angle of elevation. It's called angle of elevation if the object is kept above the horizontal line. Okay, here this is a horizontal line and the object towards the boy is looking at. The object is above the horizontal. If so, we can say that this angle formed is called angle of elevation. Okay, it's very important term. Angle of elevation means what? The angle between line of sight and horizontal line if the object is above the horizontal line. Okay, now angle of depression. Angle of depression. What do you mean by angle of depression? The same way, here an object, we can take an example from the top of a tower. A boy standing on the top of a tower is looking at a car parked on the ground. Okay, here there is a car parked on the ground. A boy standing on the top of the tower is looking towards the car. Okay, so here this line is a line of sight. Okay, and the line drawn parallel to the ground through the observer, isn't it? This line is horizontal line. Okay, so this is a horizontal line and this is a line of sight. So the angle formed between the horizontal line and the line of sight is called angle of depression if the object is below the horizontal line. Okay, students, if the object is, this is a horizontal line, isn't it? Here we have drawn an imaginary line through the eye of the observer. So below the horizontal line, when the object is kept, the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal line, this angle we can mark it as a theta. This angle theta is called angle of depression. Hope it is clear. Okay, angle of elevation is what? The angle formed between the line of sight and horizontal line. Through the eye of the observer, we have drawn a line parallel to the earth's surface. Okay, so this is called the horizontal line, isn't it? So the angle formed between the line of sight and the horizontal line is called angle of elevation if the object is above the horizontal line. The object is what? This is the horizontal line, isn't it? The object is kept above the horizontal line. So this angle formed is called the angle of elevation. Angle of depression means what? The angle formed between the horizontal line and the line of sight is called angle of depression if the object, where is the object, is kept below. This is the horizontal line. If the object is kept below the horizontal line, the angle formed is called the angle of depression. Hope it is clear, isn't it? So the four important terms are line of sight, the line drawn from the eye of the observer to the object, isn't it? Horizontal line, the line parallel to the earth's surface. Okay, the line parallel to the earth's surface. Okay, and which is drawn through the eye of the observer. Okay, through the observer. So here this is a horizontal line which is parallel and through the eye of the observer parallel to the ground, earth's surface. Okay, now angle of elevation, understood, right? Angle of elevation is the angle formed between the line of sight and horizontal if the object is above the horizontal line. Here the object is on the top, which is above the horizontal line. So the angle formed between the line of sight and the horizontal line is called angle of elevation. Now the fourth term is angle of depression is the angle formed between the line of sight and horizontal line if the object is kept below the horizontal line. Hope the four terms are clear. Okay, now when we look into this chapter, very important few terms, few values we should know. Most of the questions are related to four angles, that is tan 30, tan 60 and tan 45. So basically we must know the values of these trigonometric ratios. Okay, tan 30, keep in mind tan 30, it is what? 1 by root 3. Tan 60 it is root 3 and tan 45 that is 1. These three values we must know to solve the questions. Okay, so about how to solve the questions and all in the coming class we will discuss further. Okay, thank you all. Thank you, students.